Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 5.1 Notes. Today we are starting a new chapter, Chapter 5, and we're going to start off by writing equations in slope-intercept form. The learning target today is to be able to write in slope-intercept form given slope, y-intercept, or a graph, and then to be able to write the equation of vertical and horizontal lines that are either by looking at a graph, the slope, or the y-intercept. So, just as a reminder, in slope-intercept form, it's y equals mx plus b. The m in this is our slope. And then when we're talking about the b is our y-intercept. And that y-intercept is written as 0, b. It's always going to be a point. Okay? So when we're talking about just writing an equation in general, we know that the equation y equals something x plus or minus something else. And we have to do the investigations to fill that out. Now, the slope is there and the y-intercept is there. So when we're doing this, all we have to do is plug in that information and then we've got our equation, okay? And that works every single time, okay? Whatever the y-intercept is, you plug that in. Whatever the slope is, you plug that in as well. And you get y equals 3x, and that is a positive 5. Okay? For the next one, y equals, our slope is negative 7x plus 9. Even with fractions, don't freak out. Okay? 2/3 x plus 5 over 2, or you just plug in that stuff in. Okay? All right. Even when we've got the equation and we don't have the information, you can just kind of plug it in. Okay? We know that that is 0, negative 12. Okay? Did they get the slope right? Negative 8, negative 8? Yep. So you just find that information and you plug in where it needs to go. Okay? So the slope is 3 over 4 and then 0, 2. Now, these two guys right here, these are our special cases. Okay? We know that an x equals graph, that is a vertical graph, vertical line. Vertical lines have undefined slopes. All right, and it does not have a y-axis, or it doesn't intercept the y-axis, so there is no y-intercept. Okay, our y equals graph, that is a horizontal line. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0, and our y-intercept for this would just be 0, 8. Okay? All right, now we're going to be doing the same thing on the bottom. We're going to figure out that information, but now they give us a graph. Okay? We need to remember that the slope is either going to be the rise over the run, or it could be fall over run. When we're figuring it out, all you have to do is count from one point to the other. All right, this one we're going up 2 over 2. So 2 over 2 is our slope, and that simplifies to 1. And then I want to know what the y-intercept is, where it crosses the y graph, and that is at 0, 2. So from there, you can write your equation. Y equals x plus 2. And the other way you could write that is y equals 1x plus 2. All right, our slope for the next one, we're going down, and that's down 3 to the right 2. So negative 3 over 2. Our y-intercept is 0, 3. So the equation of that line is y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 3. Okay, right away when you look at this, you should think, oh, this looks different than everything else. It's because it's a special case. All right, the slope of a horizontal line is 0. The y-intercept for that is 0, 3. So that equation is y equals 3. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over. You guys are all by yourself. See if you can fill out the table. Please pause the video. Okay, how'd you guys do? Just remember to, whatever the y-intercept is, match it up. Whatever the slope is, match it up. And you're doing the same thing over here, okay? That's how we're getting all that information, okay? 5 and 6 for special cases. Refer back to your notes if you guys are having trouble with this, okay? All right, let's do a couple of these together. All right, when we're doing this without all that nice little reminders right here, we need to remember we need to know what the slope is, we need to know what the y-intercept is. So finding the slope, we just count, and that's up 3 over 3, which gives us 1. The y-intercept is 0, 0. So would you write this y equals 1x plus 0? Hopefully you guys are saying, no, Mr. Grice, we would never do something like that. Okay, the correct way to write this would y equal x. Okay, we already know that that 1 is there, so you don't have to write it in. Okay? Okay. Ooh, wait a second. Why am I putting a star around this right away? Hopefully you're saying it's a special case, because I'm proud of you if you did. All right, this is a vertical line. If you need to go back up to look at your notes, please do that. But we know that a vertical line has a undefined slope. And the y-intercept for this, it doesn't cross the y-axis because it's all the way over here. So this is an x equals graph because it crosses the x-axis, and it does that at -4. Okay. Let's go through 2 of these together. So I need to know what my slope is and what my y-intercept is. Go ahead and pause the video and let's see how you do. Okay, did you remember to reduce the slope? I hope so, because you always want it in simplest form. So that is -2 over 3x minus 4. Okay, and no matter when you're looking at this next one and you're trying to figure out what the slope is, you can either go to the first one, which would be -1 over 2, or if you're like, oh, Mr. Grice, that's too tiny, I can't read that. If you would have gone to the other one, that's -2 over 4, and if you reduce that, you get the same thing, okay? The y-intercept for that is 0, -3. So when you're writing this, it's y equals -1/2 x minus 3. All right, all up to you guys on 11 and 12. Please pause the video. And there are your answers. So if you have any questions, please come find Miss Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, that's it for Algebra 1, Chapter 5.1 Notes. Thanks for watching, guys.